I have a confession. I don't really like farming games. I know, yes, I've played Fae Farm on my channel, but to be honest, I don't really get into the farming aspect of the game heavily. I really just enjoyed the story. So when I was researching the games that are coming out in 2024, the cozy games that are coming out in 2024, I got really excited. So today I have for you 10 games that are coming out this year that I am personally going to be playing so much, and I'm also going to be playing the demos for them on this channel so we can enjoy them together. Now, before we get into the games, I just want to put out a little disclaimer, because when it comes to indie games, they can and do change their release dates. So I will do my best to update you in the caption, or even better still, you guys can let me know in the comments if any of these dates have changed already or are changing in the future. So we're going to start at number 10. Now, if you've ever watched any of my previous videos, you'll know that I rave about unpacking. And this game takes the concept of unpacking, but puts a little twist on it. Simpler Times is a relaxing life sim where you play as Taina, a young woman saying goodbye to her childhood as she's about to set off for college. It's a sweet little game about putting possessions in boxes rather than taking them out of boxes. I do enjoy games that feel more like a meditation on life, rather than the ones that require me to go and fetch and craft and scratch my head over puzzles that I just cannot get. I've not yet played the demo for Simpler Times yet, but from the trailer I can tell that it has a similar feel to Season, which is a game I highly recommend if you haven't played it yet. It came out last year. Simpler Times is described as a contemplative, cozy experience which has 0 scores, no timers, no combat, and you can't fail, and there's no anxiety. I mean, there's nothing cozier than that. At number 9, Open Roads. Now, as somebody who loves going on road trips and loves exploration, this game just speaks to me. Open Roads follows Tess and Opal, a mother and daughter, on a road trip of a lifetime. It's an adventure / exploration / interactive fiction, so basically it's ticking all of the cozy boxes. Some of my favourite movies begin by the protagonist rifling about in a dusty old attic and then discovering a family mystery. Think like The Goonies and National Treasure. But it's the narrative between mother and daughter that I'm most looking forward to. I feel like games are only just beginning to scratch the surface of these relationships. If you loved Hindsight, then pencil February 22nd in your diary, because that's when Open Roads will be releasing. Number 8, Ete. How would you like to be the next Monet? Well, my little artist, you can pick up your brushes in the gorgeous Ete. Ete is a colourful walking sim set in Montreal. Use your paints to bring the world to life as you complete commissions and collect painterly stamps to use on your own canvas. When I saw the trailer, it reminded me of Cozy Grove. You know how when you complete a task by one of the bears and the area around them fills in with colour? Except Ete is actually handing you the brush and encouraging you to paint outside of the lines. I am obsessed with the beauty of this game. Finally, I can unleash my inner artist. At number 7, I've got The Gecko Gods. Now, I really hope my brother is watching this, because I know that he loves geckos. He even has a tattoo of one on his leg. The Gecko Gods is a chilled out puzzle platformer where you play as a bug eating tiny gecko. Do I need to say much more than that, really? Now, I wouldn't normally choose to play a puzzle heavy game, but this little guy just looks so adorable and has already captured my heart. I just love the way they skittishly run about. Add it to your wish list now. At number 6, Ages of Kataria. Now, this is a game that I backed on Kickstarter a few years ago now, I think it was. And I have been waiting patiently for its release. And it is finally coming out early 2024. Ages of Kataria is an upcoming colony simulation game. You get to choose between 2 ancestries, humans or elves. Discover unique stories depending on which one you choose and build entirely different village aesthetics. The villagers each have their own personalities, skill proficiencies and wellness levels. They grow old over 7 real-world weeks and eventually pass away to become a part of the history of your village, which I think is so beautiful. Their spirit actually lives on inside the town's spirit tree, and it blesses your community. Ages of Kataria is set in real world time, so its seasons progress just as they would do like in Animal Crossing. So unlike Animal Crossing though, if you're away for longer than 2 days, the game will pause so villagers stop aging. You can set like a vacation mode, I believe. I managed to get an early bird pledge to the game, so I'm going to get an exclusive item and my name in the credits, which is kind of cool. With so many cozy games coming out in 2024, it was really hard for me to pick just 10. Before we get into my top 5, I just want to do a couple of honourable mentions from my community, because of course there are an abundance of cozy games coming out this year, and I know that you guys have also got your favourites. So I went into my community and asked them on Facebook what games they are most looking forward to this year. So I've got them down here on my phone, but I'll also put them on the screen for you so you can see them. Sarah Jane says, I can't wait to see your video. Thank you. I think the game I'm most excited for is Critter Cove. So I've not actually heard about this game, Sarah, so thank you so much for mentioning it, and I've now added it to my wish list. So go check it out on Steam if you haven't heard of that game yet. Amanda says, Critter Cove, that's 2 for Critter Cove, Moonlight Peaks, Witchbrook, and I'm glad you brought that up because that is actually on my radar and I wish I'd put it on my list because it does look adorable. Kim says, Moonlight Peaks is a game I'm excited for. Also, the Tiny Bookshop. Oh my god, the Tiny Bookshop. That, yes, absolutely. I'm not sure if it's coming out this year though. So the release date is still to be announced for the Tiny Bookshop. So it may not be coming out in 2024, which is sad because it's a lovely game. So I just had a quick look at Moonlight Peaks because I had not heard of that one before, and the characters in it are giving me Wildwood vibes. It's basically like a potion making and spell casting game. And it does actually have a demo on Steam. If you want to go and play that now, I may have to download it because I hadn't heard of that one. So thank you so much, you guys, for mentioning it. I'd love to hear what you're also looking forward to in 2024. Let me know down in the comments, or come and hang out with us in our Facebook group, the Cozy Millennial Gamers, and you may get a shout out in a future video. At number 5, Botany Manor. Now, Botany Manor is a game that I've already played the demo of. I played this on my channel some time ago now, actually. And I remember really enjoying the playthrough of it. It was absolutely stunning. Botany Manor is a stately home set in 19th century England. You play as Arabella Green, who's a retired botanist. You get to explore her house and her gardens, which is filled with her research, and figure out the ideal habitat of her forgotten flora. I think I recall saying in that video that I really wanted the addition of being able to just sit and let time pass. I love this. It's like somebody has just been out here reading and they've just left their pile of books. And it makes me want to just sit there. And I think they have actually added that in now as a mechanic in the game, and I'm so happy. I can't wait to play this game when it comes out on full release. Now for number 4 and number 3, I have added in a couple of gardening games, and I know I said at the beginning of this video that I am not into farming sims, but these aren't farming related. They're gardening related, right? So that's okay. At number 4, Garden Life, a cozy simulator. Have you ever dreamt of moving to the country and cultivating your very own garden oasis? Garden Life, a cozy simulator releases this year, so you'll be able to utilise your Pinterest inspo. Personally, I do not have green thumbs and I hate bugs, but I do love lazing about in my friends' gardens on long summer afternoons. I guess being a gamer has its perks because now I can design my own dream garden without getting my hands physically dirty. Garden Life is unique because it practically gives you free rein to transform your garden within the sandbox mode. Plus, thanks to its procedural growth technology, every flower will grow naturally, just like in life. No 2 flowers will look the same. There's also a story mode if you prefer, but as a cozy management player myself, I can't wait to let my imagination run wild. I would love to have my own garden, which is just surrounded by flowers, and I can have a little garden swing. I've always wanted a garden swing. My partner will attest to this. I am obsessed with garden swings. So one day when I have my own beautiful tiny little garden, which isn't overlooked by all my neighbours, I'll have a garden swing and I'll be surrounded by all my flowers that I've planted. Number 3, The Garden Path. This slice of life sim is a cross between Witchwood and Cozy Grove in my opinion. Your garden is actually a whole forest, a huge piece of land filled with rivers, trees, and the most adorable vegetable neighbours. What's not to love? You're free to roam from the very beginning, or rather walk your own path, because there's very few tasks to do as it's purposely designed to be played in like 10 to 30 minute bursts. But if you're a fan of beautiful illustrated visuals and whimsical soundscapes, then you'll probably spend lots of time, like I will, just admiring the beauty and splendour of this magnificent gardening game. Number 2, Neva. The trailer for this game, oh my god, it made me cry. And I can barely contain my excitement for this game because it feels like I've been waiting forever for a new Greek game. When I heard the music kick in from Berlinist, I was like, I want to play this game now. I literally have Berlinist like on my Spotify playlist on repeat. And it will be a day one purchase from me, I promise you that. From the creators of Gree comes a new game about courage. Experience the moving tale of a young woman and her lifelong bond with a magnificent wolf as they embark on a thrilling adventure through a rapidly dying world. Like I said earlier, if you put an animal in any game, I will play it. And the wolf cub in Neva, oh my god, so cute. This game is anything like Gree, then I know that it's going to become another one of my all-time favourite games. At number 1, Tiny Glade. That's right, Tiny Glade is my most anticipated game of 2024, and I am keeping my fingers, my toes, my ears, everything crossed that it releases this year, because Tiny Glade has every single element of every cozy game I've ever loved all melded into one. It's got building, it's got castles, it's got absolutely stunning artwork. It is a work of art in itself. Every time Anna puts out a new tweet about a new addition to this game, I just melt from the coziness. Whether it's bridges or lanterns or cute little sheep. Honestly, this game has everything that I am gonna be completely and utterly fixated on. Tiny Glade is a small, relaxing game about doodling castles. Explore gridless building chemistry and watch the game carefully assemble every brick, pebble and plank. There's no management, combat or wrong answers, just kick back and turn forgotten meadows into lovable dioramas. And if you thought the beautifully aesthetic Animal Crossing islands were bad in 2020, just you wait till Tiny Glade releases. Your feed is going to be flooded with people's interpretations of castles. I'll try not to do that. But I may have to hold myself back from posting them.